This ever happened to you? Well, it did to me. Kids games tend to cross borders of country, race, ethnicity, and nationality. And because they're usually easy to play and grasp, they spread pretty quickly. Just add a little bit of juice and hallucinations, and you have the majority of college parties. How is this relevant to whatever story I have to share with y'all? Let me set the scene. So I was invited to my friend's graduation in the summer of like 2 or 3 years ago. But she lived in another state, so I wanted to make a trip out of it. Quick little house party, eat some food, go home. But I was hyped up because this is my favorite city aside from my hometown. Things went pretty smoothly. I met some cool people, got into an argument with some kids about One Piece while we swam.
One Piece?
We were arguing because I dropped it in the middle of Skypiea. They were trying to convince me that Skypiea was good for some reason. One of the games that we were planning to play though, and one that everybody was excited for, is this thing on? Ugh. Yo, can I get a drum roll, please? Hide and go seek. Wait, there's more. In the dark. No, wait, it was cool, I swear! So the rules were simple. The house was big, so we could only hide in a limited space in the main house, which included the bathroom, the towel room, the gym, the kitchen, the living room, Didn't seem very limited. So the seekers had a lot of ground to cover. But because of this, there wasn't really a time limit given, so we were supposed to just know when the game was over. That was the first issue. Second, I'm competitive, like it's for, excuse my French. So I'm not coming out until I've either been caught or know for sure that I've won. They gave us time to scout out our hiding spots beforehand, and I knew exactly where I was gonna hide. Once we were ready, the lights turn off, they give us a countdown, the game starts, and we take off in whatever direction that we had prepared. Keep in mind for everything, I'm 6'1" at the time. The cabinet was not that big, but in my head, that's what made it perfect. Nobody would even think I could fit under there in the first place. So why would they look? Gonna try to give an example of how I looked in there. So here's me, and here's the position I'm in. It gets quiet. Everybody's hiding. I'm listening intently, and I hear footsteps down the hall. The door opens, and the seeker starts walking around the bathroom. They check the closet, nothing. They check the shower, nothing. They check the toilet room. 3 people caught all at once. Time ticks by in the darkness. It's quiet again. Everything is still. The clock's ticking, and there's nothing I can do but wait. I texted my best friend asking if the game was over, and I got no response. So I stayed in my spot for another 10 minutes or so. In hindsight, I should have just got out and assumed that it was over. But again, I'm competitive, so I waited. Then I hear the door open again. This time it was different though. They opened the door, and I heard a light switch flick on. I sat confused, and then I thought to myself, this person isn't playing the game. Nobody knew where I was. They're here to actually use the bathroom. I start to panic as they set their stuff down and I hear a bag drop. I'm thinking, what do I do? Do I get out or do I stay in here? Do I leave? I hear a giggle. It's a girl! My panic shoots from like a 5 to a 77. What am I gonna do? Should I get out? Should I just try to pacify the situation? Like, what if she gets undressed and I'm just stuck in here looking like a creep? Look, she's washing her hands. My heart is pounding. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? I'm gonna die in this cabinet. I'm gonna die. I'm just gonna go out there. There's no good option in this situation. I open the door and she realizes and she just starts kicking the door out of fear to keep me in there. I'm sorry, please just let me out, please. She's screaming too now because she's terrified of whatever is coming out of this freaking cabinet, and I squeeze myself out. I'm out now, and I beg for forgiveness, and after that, I go and confront my best friend and tell him the story and ask why he wasn't responding, because I would have left if he just let me know that the game was over. After that, the night was fine. I didn't really talk to that girl because she's traumatized, I'm traumatized, and we're all sleeping in the same house tonight, so I just found a couch and a room in the garage and went to sleep there. I sat there for hours contemplating that moment, having it rerun in my head over and over and over. Things were fine after that, and the trip continued as it normally would have, just with that in the back of my head because she wasn't really around anymore, and I kept it a secret from everybody else. Moral of the story, I don't know, maybe winning isn't everything. Thanks for watching my goated video. Yes, I know it's peak. Please subscribe. I know I haven't uploaded in like 3 years. Sorry about that, but I'm locked in now. I'm locked in. So, common advice on if you think I should inject butterflies into my veins. Yes. No.
And now is sexist, stretching out the finger of death, and Robin has been murdered. Robin's brain is liquefied, certainly. Her body is spasming, and Nami is concerned. Oh, Zoro's locked in. His swords become mist or something. A hat is flying. And he catches Robin's lifeless, certainly deceased body before it hits the ground. I guess for a more respectable burial.